Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to easily create this illustration even if you're a beginner at Procreate. Now before we start, I'd like you guys to check out these amazing results from my previous tutorial. I want to also say thank you to everyone who followed my video and shared their drawings with me. If you follow this tutorial, make sure to upload your drawing on Instagram and tag me. Now as usual, here are the brushes that you'll be needing for today. We have the monoline brush for drawing all outlines and shapes. We also have a variation of the airbrushing set for softening solid colors. These are all free brushes that already come with your Procreate app. Finally, I'm using the Gracia texture brush by Jungle of Colors. I'll add the purchase link below in the description, but you can use any soft textured brush that you like. I can personally recommend using the 2B compressed brush, which you'll find in the charcoal selection. I've also linked my color palette in the description for you to download and use for free. Now let's begin. Start out on an empty layer and select your monoline brush in pink. You can set your color palette as default for an easier view on the classic color picker. Now, draw a circle like this. Make sure to hold your pencil and your finger at the end to perfect the circle. You can now select it to adjust position. Now duplicate this layer, select it, and make sure you have magnetic option on. Slowly drag your new circle downwards on its vertical magnetic grid. You can hold your finger on the cursor on top and zoom out your canvas without changing your shape dimensions. Now pinch these two layers together to merge them, and continue to draw two vertical lines on both sides like this. Make sure to hold your pencil and finger at the end to make perfectly vertical lines. After creating your shape, you can always tap on Edit Shape to adjust size and placement. Finally, you can fill in your shape like this. Now duplicate this layer and fill in the new layer with a darker shade of pink. Select it and make sure you have Freeform on. Adjust your shape to make it a tiny bit smaller than the one below it. We want to have these edges on the side to show the pill transparency later on. Now go to your layers and slide the second layer with your pencil to the right to select it. Tap on the cursor and let's tilt the pill sideways. Now I'm going to group both layers while they're still selected and duplicate this group, then turn off visibility for the group below. Now tap on this layer's thumbnail and hit select. Then choose the layer below it and swipe on the screen with 3 fingers like this. By doing that, we deleted the smaller pill section from the bigger one so that we can have this outline. Now fill in this outline with a very light pink color. And let's lighten this layer a little bit as well. Next, go to Airbrushing and choose the soft airbrush as an eraser. Adjust size and let's start erasing the middle of the pill. Make sure you don't erase too much from the edges by keeping your pencil in the middle of the shape. Now tap on this layer with 2 fingers to edit opacity, then slide your pencil on the screen to the left to decrease opacity. We're going to do the same with the outline layer. Now go back to our hidden layer group, select the smaller shape, tap on thumbnail and hit select. This will allow us to draw on any other layer only within our selection. Create a new layer between the two groups, select a light blue color and let's draw the top of the water. Draw a curve like this and hold your pencil at the end to perfect it. You can tap on Edit Shape to adjust. Draw a second curve, then make sure you close your shape and fill it in. Now duplicate this layer, choose the bottom one, and select a slightly darker blue. We're going to fill in this shape and then fill in the space below it. I'm just adjusting my colors a bit to make them more vibrant, and let's move on to the shading. Swipe both layers with 2 fingers to the right to alpha lock them. Alpha lock lets you shade your layers without coloring outside your shape. Now go to brushes and choose the soft airbrush. Choose a very light blue color and let's shade the shape's edges like this. Now go back and choose your textured brush and repeat the same step. Here, I'm tapping on the pill layer with 2 fingers so I can decrease opacity a bit more so that the water can pop out. Now, let's shade the top part of the water. Go in with your textured brush in the same light blue color and only shade the top edge like this. Now add a new layer on top. Choose a dark pink color and let's draw the swim ring. With your monoline brush, draw a curve like this and make sure you hold your pencil at the end to perfect it. You can always edit shape to adjust. Continue by drawing 2 curves on the side like this, then close off the shape with a bottom curve and finally fill it in. Next, add a new layer below this one. Choose a slightly lighter pink and let's draw the back side of the swimming ring. Make sure you close your shape and fill it out. Now add a new layer on top of the front ring layer. Tap on thumbnail and choose clipping mask. Now whatever you draw on this new layer will only show within the boundaries of the layer below it. Increase your monoline brush size to the maximum and draw white vertical curves like this. As you can see, I'm changing the curve direction for each side of the ring. Also, make sure you hold your pencil at the end of each curve so that you don't have any squiggly lines. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing for the back side of the ring. Create a new layer on top of this one, select clipping mask, and let's go in with our monoline brush in white. When you're done, let's shade our shapes. Slide all 4 layers with 2 fingers to the right to alpha lock them. Select a very light pink color and let's start with our front ring. With your textured brush, shade the middle of the shape like this. Then choose a darker color and shade the top and bottom edges. Now hold your finger on the background to select its color, decrease brush size and highlight only the top of the shape like this. Next, let's shade the back ring. Select a dark pink color and go in with your textured brush. Darken the bottom part only. Then select your light pink and highlight the top part. Now let's shade our stripes layer with a grayish light pink color. For the front one, I'm going to darken the top and bottom sides and then give the bottom side some blue tint. And for the stripes in the back, I'm just going to darken the bottom half. Now, slide all ring layers to the right to select them and tap on group so you can get them out of the way for now. For the next step, I want to select the top water layer and delete the selection from the bottom water layer. Tap on the thumbnail of the top layer and hit select. Now choose the bottom layer and swipe the screen with 3 fingers to erase. Next, duplicate the bottom water layer and place it on top of our swimming ring group. Tap this layer with 2 fingers and slightly decrease opacity by sliding your pencil to the left. You can now go back in with your textured brush as an eraser to soften the edge. Now, create a new layer between the front and back side of the ring. I'm going to group and name each side to avoid confusion. On your new layer, pick your desired skin tone, select your monoline brush and decrease its size. As you can see, I'm drawing the first leg like this. Make sure you close the shape at the bottom and fill it out. You can then go in with your monoline brush as an eraser to edit the leg and adjust it. Next, create a new layer below this one and choose a darker skin tone to draw the second leg. Close the shape and fill it out. I'm also using the monoline brush here as an eraser to adjust the shape. Create a new layer on top of the legs with your lighter skin tone shade. Draw the torso shape like this: right shoulder, neck, then left shoulder. Make sure you close off the shape at the bottom and fill it out. Now, on a new layer on top of this one with your darker skin shade, draw the face outline like this. Make sure to draw the ear shape on the right as well and fill out the shape. Next, create a new layer on top of the front swim ring. And let's draw the arm shape like this, then fill it out. Make sure the hand is facing downwards because the arm should be relaxed. You can now adjust the position on top of the ring and edit the shape with your eraser. Now, on a layer below the face shape layer, let's draw the hair like this. Make sure to close off the shape and fill it out. You can choose any color you like. I'm gonna go for black. Next, create a new layer on top of the face and let's draw the sunglasses. I'm drawing 2 black circles like this and then filling them out. When you're done, connect the circles in the middle, then add a line towards the ear. Finally, let's shade this girl. Slide all layers to the right with 2 fingers to alpha lock them. And let's start with the left leg. Choose a light shade of your chosen skin tone, select your textured brush, and let's highlight the top of the leg. Now choose a much darker tone and darken the bottom like this. Increase the shade where both legs touch in this corner. Now go to a light yellow color and add some sunshine on the top part of the leg. Now let's repeat the same steps for the other leg. Highlight the top, darken the bottom, and then add some yellow sunshine on top. Moving on to the torso. You want to darken the bottom as well as the neck where the head would leave a shadow. Then highlight the girl's right shoulder. Now for the face, just darken the left side and highlight the right side where the sunlight hits more. Also add a little bit of sunshine at the end if you'd like. Now finally for the sunglasses, choose a very light whitish yellow color and go to your soft airbrush. Decrease brush size to around 4% and draw the sun reflection like this. Now, we want to add a sky background to the pill. Go to your hidden layer group and bring up the top layer like this. This will serve as our sky background for the pill. Select a bright blue color and fill it out. Now on a layer right below the glass pill layer, let's draw some clouds. With your monoline brush in white, start by drawing a horizontal line, then continue to draw the cloud squiggles on top. Make sure the shape is closed and fill it out. Now choose your textured brush as an eraser and slightly erase the bottom part. Repeat the same steps for 2 more clouds. Try to vary your squiggles to differentiate the 3 clouds. When you're done, add a new layer below the clouds and let's draw the sun. With your monoline brush in bright yellow, draw a circle like this. Hold your pencil and finger at the end to perfect it. Duplicate your sun layer and alpha log the top one only. Choose a bright orange and shade the sides with your textured brush. Now, pick the bottom sun layer, go to Adjustments, Gaussian Blur, and slide your pencil on the screen to the right to increase blur. Finally, duplicate this layer and now you have a nice sunshine effect. Next, on a new layer on top of the clouds, I'm just going to draw some birds around the sun. I'm using the monoline brush in brown, and now I'm using my textured brush as an eraser to soften the birds. Now let's add some bubbles in the water. Create a new layer on top of the water layer here. Select white and increase your monoline brush size to the maximum. Draw 3 bubbles like this, then draw 3 bubbles like this. Then decrease brush size and draw a few more. Bring the size up a bit and draw the last 2. Now tap on the layer with 2 fingers and decrease opacity. Finally, select your textured brush as an eraser and soften the top part only. For the next step, I'm going to add some shine to the pill. Add a new layer on top of the pill group layer. Select the hard airbrush in white. Now follow my steps to add shine to the pill edges. Make sure you hold your pencil at the end of each line and each curve. You can always tap on Edit to adjust your shape. Next, select your soft airbrush as an eraser and soften the shapes like this. Make sure you don't erase too much from the edges. Now, to change your background color, just tap the background layer and choose a light pink. For the final touch, I'm going to add a shadow to show that the pill is floating. Create a new layer at the very bottom, select your background color and choose a dark shade from it. With your monoline brush, draw an oval shape under the pill like this. Hold your pencil and finger at the end and fill it out. As you can see, I'm holding my finger on the arrow to adjust the canvas without changing the shape. Now, go to Adjustments, Gaussian Blur, and blur the shape a little bit. Then, select the soft airbrush as an eraser and soften the edges. Make sure you leave the middle of the shadow darker than the edges. Now, select your textured brush as an eraser and soften the shape a bit more. Finally, decrease layer opacity. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and are satisfied with your results. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll make sure to respond and help you out. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. See you next time!